So you want to go to controller, and then you want to click in the bottom right, you see it says edit settings. You want to click that. And then for infantry controller settings, you want to click edit. Now this says aim sensitivity. It just means turning sensitivity. I don't know why it says aiming, but I have tested it out, and it's default 30, or it's default 40. And I find that to be a little bit quick because it seems to also interact with your zoom aim input. So I turned mine down to 30. If you're someone who likes to react quickly and turn very quickly, and you're not an old man like me, I would definitely recommend going to 60. I think that 60 is probably a good value for someone who's looking for really fast turning and they have good aim. For me, this is a good middle ground because I put it on 30, and then I also have done some things with the aim assist. So other than that, field of view, do that what you want. I put mine on 99 because I play on a bigger monitor up close. Somewhere in the 90s is usually good. For vertical aim ratio, I tone mine down a little bit for finer control when you're looking up and down. So I think it's by default, it's like right here at 55, 56. I just took it down 1 point. Everything else here pretty much the same. I did turn down slowdown and zoom snap. This is for sniping, really, basically, because when you are trying to snipe in this game, your reticle is just going to stick to people, and when you're trying to make small adjustments, it's going to be difficult if your zoom snap and slowdown is all the way to 100. So I put mine down to 85. That way it's a little bit easier to make some finer movements when you're trying to snipe. Otherwise, especially if someone has a teammate behind them, it's going to kind of wiggle your aim, but you're not going to be able to hit either one, and you're going to have that weird in between. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, where you're trying to hit someone and your aim's pulling to someone else. So I go with 85 on both of these. It just tones it down a little bit, but it's still very reliable. So for the aim input curve, this is just for the input for infantry movement. You can really go with whatever you want here. I just like the way the Battlefield 1 feel of Battlefield is, so I put mine to Battlefield 1, and then I did the same thing for input acceleration. This is a thing where, you know, a lot of people like putting acceleration on 0 in most games. With this game, I haven't found much of an issue. It doesn't seem like there's a crazy amount of acceleration, so this setting, really, I would say focus on picking one of these and seeing what feels good. I personally think the Battlefield 1 preset also feels good here. And then for everything else, I have not really found anything that's worth changing. Playing the game, it feels pretty good. They did a good job overall, outside of a few settings, making it feel good for just the average player. If you feel like your scope zoom sensitivity is a little slow on snipers, you can look in these settings and increase them a bit, probably to 125. That's usually what I go to in other games, if in other battlefields, if the scope feels a little slow. And then you really don't want to mess with any of this, and that pretty much wraps it up. So the biggest thing obviously is the very first setting. Your aim sensitivity will probably determine how you want to move everything. So whether you want to do the default at 40, go down a little bit so it makes your aiming a little easier to control. If you want to go up to 60 because you like really fast gameplay and you like turning quickly, and then your aim assist slowdown and zoom snap, I would turn those down a little bit. Other than that, these are my settings. Get out there, get to playing, have fun, and thank you for watching.